Let me give you guys a treat tonight. Who wants to see me get really frustrated and break a glass window? If you said I do, stick around. All right, so she's painted up. Still have to do loader arms. There's still a lot more that needs to be done. But she's painted up. I think she's looking pretty good. As we talked about before, we're gonna keep it yellow where the all the plumbing is for the hydrostat and all. Back that's just how that normally goes up, so as you can see. Another cool thing I'd like to show is the control panel. So I made this whole control panel. This is the factory piece right here, but I cut it out to fit in these rocker switches and all. So now originally there was a fuel level gauge, a voltmeter or an ammeter, I don't remember what it is, or what it was, I mean. But I got this USB charging outlet with a Type-C and a USB, and this displays the voltage on here. So I no longer have a need for a whole dedicated gauge for voltage. And I got my fuel level gauge, which actually looks really cool when it's on. I have my light for oil pressure right here, and then my hydro pressure right here. This is to change the pattern of the strobes when they're on. That's my accessory auxiliary. We talked about that before. Yeah, another horn button here, front lights, rear lights, and yeah, I'm gonna have a choke cable on here too. This hole is just blocked off. It was already there. I'm gonna have to drill another one here and run a choke cable through it. So I'll be doing that. I put a master on the battery box here to turn it on and off. There's a plate that goes over here and covers that, so the battery will be in there, but you'll have this where you could reach it on the side to turn the power on and off. One of my favorite stages where you start putting most things back together. I got the strobe lights mounted already in here. They look pretty good. I just had them on a minute ago, just hot wired. And I have my low pro light bar that will be mounted right here. This is pretty bright. I was actually very surprised how bright this is. I was gonna go for one of the double row ones like on my other skid steer, but this is more than bright enough. Actually, I'm very happy with it. I have two of these for the rear. I might just put one. They're not actually the length of that though. They're a lot smaller. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that yet. As we talked about before, with your motion control rods, you have the buttons on there. So you're gonna have one's gonna be a horn, the other one's gonna be for switching auxiliaries. And then we also have, come over here and show you, our solar panel. So right now I'm just bolting that down, get that permanently mounted, get everything wired up, or at least most of the stuff wired up probably tonight. So we'll see how that goes. And yeah, looking good. I like this blue a lot. Which is, you know, weird because this was painted with the same blue, the hood, and you can see a little preview of some of the newer decals. But this is not nearly as vibrant as that blue. So I'm probably going to recoat that. So we'll see. I'm going to have to take the decals back off, which actually I almost wanted to do anyway, because on the other decals I made, I did the outside, this silver, dark grayish, and the inside black, whereas on this one, as you can tell, the outside's black and then the inside is the dark grayish, and those are the only decals that I made that are like that. So it wouldn't be a bad thing to switch them. It's kind of annoying, but you know, it's not going to match this thing if I put on, like I said, it's from the same can. I don't know what happened with that, but I must have messed something up mixing it, but oh well. I also have a new seat over here. If I can lock it. So yes, I got that seat there. Has a seat belt, armrests, everything. I don't know. The armrest should be fine with the motion control rods, but we'll see for sure. I got new weather stripping to trim for around the outside, around the outside. But to put that in, and then the mesh that goes on the sides here. So that will go around there. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Start putting her together. All right, we'll see what that does. I put the brackets on. I think they're going to be too close in, especially to get to the ends of them, so I might have to change out the hardware. What I like to do with these is I'll leave them a little loose though, and usually with how thin the steel is on these brackets, you can usually kind of manipulate them into place when you tighten them. We'll see. I don't know. Hey, we might get that. That might work actually. I should probably do, before I go bolting things in, I should probably drill a hole or a wire. Actually, the wire can fit right through there, I think. As long as we don't have to use that one. Yeah, nice. Okay, perfect. Works for me. Oh, that actually works beautifully. We'll see. Hopefully it won't be in the way. I don't think it will be, but we'll see in a second. Come on. Of course, this wire is like now not flexible at all because it's so short going in there. All right, let me try and put it in after. It's fighting me while I try to just start the threads on this thing. I actually could even run up here. I wonder if I could tuck it off enough to make it look not ridiculous. If I maybe run it back there like that. I mean, I guess I could do that. It's not that bad. Let me see if I can tuck it up back there though. I like the out of sight, out of mind thing better if I can make it work. Alright, well, you know what? That works. Okay. I don't think I'm going to be able to get an Allen key in there to tighten those ends. I guess I could cut one down and do it. We'll see. And of course I didn't check the size before I put it in. Oh boy. We're just batting 1,000 tonight. Alrighty. What size is that? I think those are 7/16 on top. I could get really stupid and come on, and use vice grips to tighten it. I guess it's not stupid if it works, right? Especially when other things won't. I don't really feel like changing out the hardware, but we'll see what happens. If I make it work, I make it work great. If not, then we'll go from there. Alright, it looks a lot better distance-wise from the edge. It's at least matching now. All right, nice, looking good. Nice. As I blind myself. Oh, that's bright. Yeah, buddy. That's what I'm going for, at least. Alright. Now let's individually, we'll test these little ones before I actually put them on. Hate to bolt something up and find out it doesn't work. Looks good. Pattern is set. Match the other ones. All right, pattern set. Now we're good. Let's get them on. Bring you onto the other side here so you really see what's going on. A longer bolt there. Interesting. I have to actually make that hole bigger. Doesn't want to sit flush into it, which means it's off a little bit. And if it's off a little bit, instead of re-drilling the holes, because they seem to be on the mounting holes, a good way to do that is to make the center hole offset more, or bigger at least. Right there, but it's just like a hair off. Let me see if I could spin. Sometimes you can spin them in. Oh yeah, there it goes. Just didn't want to push. It was grabbing. Alright, well, the TV decided to turn on. That was creepy. Yeah, it faulted me a little bit going in, but it's going. It'll be fine. Alright. So, this one here, I'm going to run a step drill bit through it just to make it a little bigger. So what's happening is, if you look on the back of here, you got your two mounting holes on the outside, and then on the inside you have where the wire comes through, but you have this little bump where it comes through. Well, what's happening is that's not lining up with the hole that's drilled here. So the mounting holes are okay, but the other hole's just off a little where it's hitting the edge. So what we're going to do is we're just going to make the center hole bigger. So instead of it being close to the diameter of this, it's going to be, you know, substantially bigger, so we have more room we can move it around in. So that's what we're going to do right now. The other side, deburr it. Let's see where that gets us. If that doesn't work, we'll just have to go up another size, and no biggie. Looks good to me. Make sure this isn't so hot it's gonna melt the wire. It's warm, it ain't hot. Alright, and we want to make sure that we are in sync pattern wise so they alternate properly by making all of our colors face the same direction. You could do it in and out, but I like when they're synced with each other back and forth. Alright, well, those are mounted. You know, I was just thinking too, I still have to run the weather stripping around here, and it looks like it's gonna be right on that. I don't think it'll be a big deal, but it's something I gotta kind of keep in mind. making it a lot more difficult because things all twisted up. Hope I have enough of this. So I have to do 3 of these. I got 25 feet, I believe it was. I would think that's enough. Yeah, because there's no way it's 5 feet. Ah, maybe it is. I don't know. But either way, it should be enough. I guess we'll see. Probably would have helped if I like laid this out first and straightened it. That would be the intelligent thing to do. All right, I think we got to the cutoff line. The razor. Now I'm not going to put anything in yet. I'm not going to put the side panels in yet, or the rear glass. I'll run the trim on there. Of course, the heater's got to kick on. Anyway, I'll run the trim on there, on the other sides too, just to make sure I have enough. Because if I got to order it, I got to know. But I'm not going to put anything in because for wiring, it's a lot easier to go like this than it is to have to crawl in from the inside. So we're going to do the other sides. See how that goes. I think we'll be fine. I'm curious to see how close it gets to these lights. Battery on the camera is getting really low, so if it cuts off, I'm sorry. Well, it looks like we clear it totally fine. I don't see any issues. And we'll see with this other side. This one's off a little bit. It's close. I think it'll be fine. Alright, well that looks pretty good. Yeah, that'll actually should be fine up there. And I think I'll have enough for this side. We're about to find out for sure. Oh boy. That's 6% on the battery life. Suspenseful. Will we have enough? Find out next. No, I'm gonna see if I could get this on before the battery dies. Alright, let's see. Freaking hurts your hands. Where's that razor blade? Square this back off. Cut that kind of sloppy. Uh-oh. Camera's freaking out. All right, let's go. All right, camera's about to die, but as you can tell, we made it. Look at that. I didn't have to leave you in suspense, although I think I'm supposed to do that when I make these videos, aren't I? Isn't that what you're supposed to do? Suspense. And what's the other thing they do? Clickbait. Because, you know, it's so... I'll make a title for this video of whether or not I have enough weather stripping. But then it'll be clickbait, because I'll just, you know, I'll completely have enough, and I'll just be like, oh my god, what do we do? I don't think my video is that type of video, or clickbait, or even have clickbait, like that you could even make a clickbait title out of. When will I get this skid steer done? Will it happen before the end of my life? Okay. Alright, so as you can see, there you go. This is what we got left over. So, we made it with what we got 100%, because this would not even do another one. If it was like a Bobcat where it had the little roof window, you know, maybe we could have even used this, but no. But hey, I'm happy with that, because we did make it, and I really didn't know. I didn't measure anything, so just ordered a roll of this stuff. Cool. Alright, so here's where we're at. I've been doing a lot of wiring. I didn't videotape it because it was literally just my head in here, and I don't think that would be interesting to anybody. Maybe it would, I don't know, so I'm sorry if it is, but I was mainly in the same area the whole time. And anyway, we got the lights in up here, the strobes, the actual, you know, light for illumination. I have the one on the rear and the strobes on the rear. Of course, the solar panel. The solar panel's not hooked up yet. I have the wires running down the inside of the cab for it, but I haven't tucked them away or anything. A lot of the other wires I have, you know, they're jacketed and everything. There's still some more that needs to be done with them, but anyway, I'll show you the panel here. So we got the panel. Okay, good spot for this. Got the panel. It's mostly all wired up. Now it does hinge forward, so I decided that I would put the fuse panel back here, because this does hinge. You take out 2 bolts, the whole thing hinges forward. And I'm not planning on popping fuses, so hopefully I won't have to do that. But anyway, all of this has been wired tonight. I kept the original buzzer because I like that. It's nice when you don't have pressure to the hydraulics. And then that's all been wired up. Let me put this back on for now, give you an idea. I have the, you know, the pressure sensor for the hydraulic system wired up. As previously stated before, this is all just dirty, but I kept all this yellow because it's not good to have dark colors on components that are prone to leaking, like these. So I left all that yellow under the seat. You won't ever see it unless you lift up the seat to do maintenance. As you can see, the battery box here has the battery in it. I did run into an issue. I had this master switch. I thought I was very clever in, let me pull that off, putting it here coming out. Well, guess what? The battery wasn't in place when I did it. Turns out the battery is in the way. So, no problem, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill the same hole over here on this side, because I got plenty of room here where this can go through, and then your master will be sticking out right here. And then there's a cover plate that goes over this. But I have plenty of room between the cover plate and everything in here for the master. So that's what I'm going to do. These are the solar panel wires. They're actually going to run down inside of here. It's hollow in here. So I'm going to run them down in there, and I'm going to run them to the one side of the master that's always connected to the battery, so the hot side even when it's off. And then you just ground the other end out. I have it marked out because these wires are not colored, so you don't know which one's positive, which one's negative, and you don't want to hook that up backwards. But anyway, I marked this one with a piece of heat shrink after I tested it. What else? I got my auxiliary wires hooked up. I got your seat safety switch lockout solenoid for the boom, hydraulics of the boom. This is hooked up. The seat's not on here yet, where the plate where it plugs in, but this is all hooked to power and everything. That's all done. I even have the horn installed under there, and I have that hooked up. And of course the heater has to kick on, just like it does every time I start talking. This is your main power wire right here. The key switch is going to be there, and that'll send power to the panel. On the panel, if you look here, we have our fuel level. I am going to put the choke switch somewhere in here. I might take out this blank, put it in there. I don't know. I might drill a hole, put it in there, so that way we can have the choke. You have your horn, your accessory, otherwise known as auxiliary in this case. Your strobe lights. This is to change the pattern of the strobe lights, that button there. This is your LED front light bar. That's your rear light bar. We do not need our voltage gauge anymore because it displays voltage on here, and you have your 2 USB ports, one type C and one regular USB. For charging, this is going to be for auxiliary right here, this coil of wire, and that's going to actually go out with the hydraulics, so it could go up the boom to the auxiliary diverter valve. Oh, what else? Let me give you guys a light demonstration. Let me turn the lights off. I'll show you what we're working with. Okay, so that's her. That's the light bar on. You can see the strobe lights are going. You see the rear lights are on. Strobe lights are going. That buzzing sound you're hearing, that's the alarm for no hydraulic pressure. So if you look. Oh, and look, see, it displays our voltage. Yeah, horn. Let's turn these off. I know it's annoying, I'm sorry, but that basically that light comes on and the horn goes off saying there's no hydraulic pressure. So those are our strobes. You push that button that's on there, it'll change the pattern, which I'm not going to do because I like this pattern. And you can see them on the back there. Pretty cool. Coming out good so far. Very nicely. Alright, let me give you guys a treat tonight. Who wants to see me get really frustrated and break a glass window? It's very difficult to replace. If you said I do, stick around. I don't even know why I'm doing this tonight. We're not even like at this stage, but do it for the YouTube. Uh-oh. As I drop things. Do it for the Vine, man. Remember those days? Oh, okay. Here's the writing. Okay, it's like that. Safety glass. Yeah. Right, so that's actually the outside, I believe. Yeah, because dust is in here. So typically that would be the outside. Okay. I'm gonna pretend like I know what I'm doing. I actually, believe it or not, have done some of these types of windows before. Oh! How this is about to probably go, you're not gonna believe me, but I actually have. However, I will definitely say I've also broken a lot. Well, okay. Let me back up here. I haven't broken a lot. I've broken one on a Bobcat, and I was not happy about it because it was my Bobcat, especially. So, the Amazon trucks, I did a pretty good job with replacing the windows on the Amazon switchers at the company I used to work for. I didn't do like a crazy amount, but I did do enough that I was pretty good at it. Oh, this is sort of the same style. It's a little different. This doesn't have the rope seal, but the thing is, the my Bobcat one that I did break did have the rope seal, but I think I got one of the windows in it and the other one just exploded. But I was also being very aggressive with it because I was angry and it was cold and I was not happy. Wish I had that tool. There's a little tool you could put in there and you run it down and it folds this lip over. right, that's it. So the good news is it didn't break, and I was kind of thinking it would because of previous experiences, unfortunately. So yeah, thanks for joining me with this. Maybe when I'm making videos, it's good luck. Maybe you guys are good luck. I don't know. Like I said, though, in all reality, I've actually only broken one when I did it. But I was very upset about it. I was not happy. So I knew there was a possibility that this could break. But it's on there. Watch it go like that, and it just... Anyway, yeah, cool. So, thanks, guys.